my third time trying to film this, and I'm getting really aggravated, so if someone else interrupts me while filming this, I'm giving up, I'm sorry, and then I'm not doing it. So, anyway, I actually have daylight, so I'll try to film it again, but hopefully no one interrupts me this time. But this is my middle grade recommendation, so here you go. The first one is the Holly's Heart Collection by Beverly Lewis. There's 3 volumes, collections, whatever, and there's 5 books in this one in the second, and there's probably like 4 in the third. It just follows this girl named Holly, and it's just, I've read this back when I was like maybe 16, 17. I definitely would have liked it more if I had read it back in middle school. Definitely had the middle grade feel, but it was cute no matter what age you read it. The next one I'm not going to give a summary because it's pretty popular, and that is The Giver. The next series, actually never read, but I really enjoy this author's writing style, and that is Sam & Keys by Gwendolyn Van Dralen. This is pretty much a middle grade Nancy Drew series, and just follows this girl named Sam & Keys, who's pretty much like a Nancy Drew. I actually, not purposely, read the 3rd book to the series, and I really enjoyed it, so I do plan on reading the whole series. The next book is Runaway by, and I'm kind of stuttering. Runaway by Gwendolyn Van Dralen. This is actually a companion novel to the 3rd book, to the Sam & Keys series. And this is told in journal entries though, and I read it when I was 16 and I loved it. I need to reread it so I can see if I still enjoy it as much as I did back then. The next one is also by Gwendolyn Van Dralen, and it's flipped, and this will be one of my favorite books of all time, I think. It's an 8th grade romance. It's told in the perspective of 2 kids, the boy and the girl, and they made a movie back in 2010, which I definitely recommend as well. And yeah, it just, I didn't mean to do that. I definitely recommend this. The next one is pretty popular, Where the Red Fern Grows by Wilson Ross. It's about this boy named Billy who wants to own a dog, but he's kind of poor, but he collects some money, and he buys 2 hunting dogs, and he trains them to be hunting dogs, and it has a very sad ending, so prepare yourselves. The next one I talked about before, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but it's Things Not Seen by Angie Clements. It's about a boy named Bobby. I believe it's been a while since I've read this, but he wakes up one morning invisible, and it's awesome, and I love it, and it's pretty much one of the first books that I've read that has to do with a male point of view. Yeah. The next one is Anything by Joan Lowry Nixon. A lot of her characters are in high school, but the writing style is pretty much more middle grade-ish, but this is my favorite by her, The Other Side of Dark, so definitely recommend this one. The next one is also by Beverly Lewis, and that is The Summerhill Secrets, and there's 2 collections, and this one follows a girl named Mary, and I definitely enjoyed Mary's stories more than Holly's Heart. Or Holly, that's her name, Holly, not Holly's Heart, it's just that's the name of the series. Anyway, the next one is the Chrissy Miller series by Robin Jones Gunn. She is in high school, but just the writing style in the first few books is definitely middle grade. Loved the series, definitely recommend it. It just follows this girl named Christy in her life. And there's a lot of books, so just keep with it. The next one is the Animorphs series by Kate Applegate. There's a lot of books to this series, but it's a science fiction type, and it follows 5 friends: Jake, his cousin Rachel, Jake's best friend Marco, Rachel's best friend Cassie, and their friend Tobias. The next one is Define Normal by Julie Ann Peters, and this one's kind of like just a coming to age story. Yeah. And the last book I have here is The Last Book in the Universe by Roman Philbrick, and this is actually one of the first dystopian books I've ever read, also in a male's point of view, and definitely recommend it. It's awesome. It's crazy. It's pretty much, there's no such thing as books, and for you to read, you just put a needle in your brain. It's pretty much reading the book in your mind with a needle. pretty much like kind of like a movie, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so that was it, and I'm sorry that this was a rush, but hey, I didn't get interrupted this time, so I'm really sorry about it. But I hope you enjoyed this this Vlogmas. Anyway, bye.